Does Putin really have Asperger's syndrome? I am answering this question. My name is Jennifer Seata, and I'm the author of I, Putin, and I'm answering this question on Friday, February 6, 2015. This is very interesting. So apparently there was a Pentagon study, or the Pentagon basically had a study done from another agency, and one of the results was that an expert said that Putin has the signs of Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum. Okay, so first of all, my first thought on this really isn't doing well for American-Russian relations. Let's start with that. You know, just claiming and pseudo-diagnosing this is not the best thing when we're trying to maintain somewhat of a relationship, though it is strained after Ukraine, with Russia. So that's my first thought. My second thought is why, if the Pentagon wants to understand Putin and how to deal with him in meetings and, you know, understand his motivations, why don't they look at his upbringing and his childhood? Number one, he was raised as a Russian man. And in that generation, he was raised to be tough. He was raised to be a person that reveals emotions in a certain way and when it's appropriate at certain times. And I learned this from not only living in Eastern Europe, but also from my master's program at NYU, where I received a master's in Russian studies. When I was writing my book, one of my professors basically had said this is how Russian men are. Number two, Putin's been practicing judo since he was a kid. So obviously anyone that knows anything about martial arts, you have to be very in control and you have to be very emotionless with your opponent. And number three, he was in the KGB for 16 years. And I dedicate a chapter in my book to talking about how in the KGB they learn to have emotionless facial expression. So I'm kind of surprised. And they refer in the report to him being socially awkward. Well, you know what? Sometimes people are just socially awkward. It doesn't mean they have autism or Asperger's or anything else. They're just socially awkward. And I think he's just one of those people. He's a little bit, you know, eccentric. And that's what it comes down to. So, you know, if you really want to find out why Putin is emotionless and comes across as stoic and maybe socially awkward, I highly recommend reading my book, which is I, Putin. So a little promo for I, Putin there. And I highly recommend it to all of you, and even more so to the Pentagon. All right. Thank you so much.